Welcome. This is Gary Salton, Chief of R&D and Creator of IOPT Technology. This video will introduce you to your IOPT Career Report. The graphic on the cover is an IOPT profile. Your profile probably does not look like this. It is because you are unique. Your profile has within it strengths that can be leveraged into long-term career success. So let's look at the report. The first thing you'll see is an outline of your information processing preferences. These cause you to pay attention to some things and ignore others. This makes you better at some things than others. For example, you may want detail before you decide something. This is likely to make you precise. The quality of your work is probably consistent. But processing information takes time. It's going to slow you down, especially in new and unfamiliar areas. On the other hand, you may be willing to ignore detail. This probably means you are fast. You can get lots done in a short time. But the quality of your work may be uneven. You are bound to miss something somewhere as you go through life in high gear. These are not deficiencies or shortcomings. They are simply trade-offs. Pay attention to one thing, lose focus on another. This report will help you make these trade-offs work in your favor. It does this by focusing on how you process information. This is the information processing template. It's tied directly into IOPT. In fact, the name IOPT stands for Input, Output, Processing, Template. Thus the name IOPT. But IOPT also has a second meaning. It means I choose, not I am. This implies that you can change your IOPT style if you want to. But if you do, you'll just be trading one set of qualities for another. That is what this paragraph talks about. You chose this strategy because it works for you in your life. It also gives you advantages you can use to advance your career. These advantages are what your report is focused on. The next page outlines these strengths. They are not in any order. However, you are likely to see yourself in the mixture. Your strengths are of value in any job. However, not every job will give them high value. For example, sometimes agility is mentioned as a strength. Ask anyone you interview and they will tell you agility is a good thing. Even jobs that use agility only once in a while will acknowledge it, but probably will not reward it heavily. But for positions with high volatility, agility is not just a nice to have. It's critical. For these jobs, agility is a high value attribute. That high value translates into career opportunity. The same logic applies to those qualities listed in your report. You're looking for positions that reward your natural strengths and reward them heavily. The formula is simple. Target a job or profession that puts high value on your natural qualities. The more individual qualities they value, the more you will be valued. The greater you are valued, the greater are your chances for both short and long-term success. This is not rocket science. It is just common sense. The next section puts your qualities into context. It talks about some of the things you might want to look for in a specific position. You can use these observations in framing questions to ask in an interview. What you are looking for is to get a fix on value. Remember, everyone will tell you your strengths are good and that they value them. What you want to know is how much they are valued. Your IOPT style creates exposures as well as opportunities. These are not deficiencies or shortcomings. They are just the natural consequences of the IOPT styles that you have elected to use. If you know about these, you can act to avoid them or to lessen their consequence. Now you know about them. The rest is up to you. The Career Navigation section defines some general job traits that you might want to pay attention to. They are tied into the strengths and exposures that we have just talked about. You can use these compass headings to plot a course. The more a job, position, or profession displays these characteristics, the more likely you are to be able to bring your strengths fully to bear. This section is worth thinking about. Your strengths are probably enough to get your foot in the door. However, your success could well hinge on your ability to work in groups. That is the focus of this section. The specifics of any group interaction depends on who else is in the group. However, some exposures and opportunities are more probable because of your IOPT style. Those are the kinds of things this section touches on. Give it some thought. It could make your life a lot easier. The final section of the report is an elevator pitch. An elevator pitch is just a thumbnail summary. It is used to get people interested enough to talk to you some more. You can use this to tell people who you are and what you are looking for in about 15 seconds. It can also help keep you focused on finding opportunities that really fit with your IOPT profile. Well, that's it. You now have one of the keys to career success. Use it well. Good luck on your quest. Thank you for viewing this video. If you want more information on IOPT, you can go to our websites at IOPT.com or oeinstitute.org. Both sites have much more information on how IOPT can be used to improve the functioning of both individuals and groups. Thank you again for your interest in IOPT technology.